Okay, so I wanted to do this video for every DJ, every announcer, every self-employed person, every small business owner, everybody who is doing something on the side and you're doing it for yourself. We've got to stop letting people determine the worth of our work. Let me say that again. Don't let people determine the worth of your work. And I wanted to put this video out there to remind us to stop doing that. And I'm guilty of that. I've done that to people. People have done it to me. I'm totally guilty. You know, when I put out these videos, I'm guilty, right? And I wanted to use my mom as an example and some of my DJ friends. So my mom went back to cake decorating school. She went back to school last year. She did cake decorating. And I saw the amount of effort that it took to really do a cake properly. I mean, we're ready to do cakes, right? But the decorating part, I did not realize melted chocolate and all these things were so expensive. I didn't realize the cost. I didn't realize the time, the effort to make stuff just like cake pops. I did not realize the time, the effort, the skill that it took into just decorating a cake. And I remember ordering cake from people, trying to bid them down, and I did not realize the amount of time, effort, and energy and the cost that it went into doing that. And so I said, wow, that is just absolutely incredible. The amount of time, the kind of skill that it takes to just create cake pops, to just do a cake. We gotta stop bidding people down and recognize their skills, right? Even DJs. DJs will spend like umpteen amount of hours putting together crits of music, right? Literally matching BPMs and all sorts of things. And I saw them, I mean, like from media, obviously my background, and I saw DJs just like busting their brains doing remixes and stuff like that. And then a DJ would go out and play and somebody would be like, well, I can't really afford to pay you the 500. I can only afford to pay you 200 because we didn't make the amount that we wanted to make. And I'm like, but the DJ spent time doing that. People just think you're just sitting down behind a chair and just DJing. It's a skill. Radio announcing, the same thing. I remember being hired by people to MC. And at the ending of the gig, they'll be like, well, you know, we only could afford this and we only could afford that, right? People don't realize that radio announcers, we actually put in a lot of time, effort, and energy into pronunciation, right? Into practicing our skill, making sure that we're sharp and we're on point. We don't just sit down and talk all day. My Lord, my word. And so then I wanted to do this video to remind every single one of us, including myself, to stop determining the worth of people's work. We don't know the amount of time, effort, and energy that goes into somebody who has a small business. If they're up all night doing their inventory and doing all sorts of stuff, right? So I got to learn to appreciate people's value. Stop trying to bid them down and appreciate the fact that they got a skill. I need that skill. I got to pay for it. Bottom line. So I wanted to put this video out to appreciate everybody who is a small business owner, an entrepreneur. You're doing your own stuff, the DJs, the announcers. I mean, like the time and the effort that you put in is absolutely incredible. And don't let anybody determine the worth of your work because you know the time, effort, and energy that you put into it.